You're not going to get me to stop praying. That's all the enemy wants to do is shut my mouth. I learned a long time ago, and I don't run to you and you and you and you. I'm not running to everybody else. If I have a problem, I run to the one that can solve it. I don't need to go to anybody that's going to talk about it. I don't even need to go to somebody that just will discuss it with me. I don't need discussion. I need resolution. Hallelujah. You know, sometimes you get tired just talking. That's bugs me about a meeting where you just discuss a lot of stuff. And you walk out and you say, what did we do tonight? What did we do? And you riding away with some coworkers or some people and say, what did we accomplish tonight? I don't know. What did you get out of that? That's as bad as somebody coming in running all over the city with a message, and you say, what was that all about? What was the subject? That's all I remember. So it's important. It's important. Listen, he said, now he tells us, I didn't cry out in this particular instance when things were going well. He said, in the day of my trouble, I sought the Lord. He said, when I got in trouble, number one, I knew who to go to. Number two, I not only knew who to go to, I went to him. I sought him. I was going through so much. I was calling on the name of the Lord. I was beckoning his help. He said, my soul ran in the night and ceased not. I was in pain all night, and it didn't cease. Listen, he said, my soul refused to be comforted. Now he's letting us know he was in a bad state. You're in a bad state anytime people come and sit down and talk to you about your problem, and you hear everything they say, and it's the right thing, and it goes in, but you still, It's just like you can't receive it. It's looked like you're at such a state or such a point that is just extremely difficult. His soul, he is indicating, refused to be comforted. But he said, look, I remembered God and was troubled. He said, I remember God, but I was still troubled. I was still troubled. And why am I dealing with, I believe the Lord let me stop here tonight because I believe there's a lot of trouble in here. I mean, it's not, I'm talking about on a personal level. Trouble. I remember God and was troubled. How many know, look what he said. I did what? I complained. Anybody complain? I'm tired of this old job. I'm tired of this place. I'm tired of this old man, this woman. Look at them. Tired of all these people in this church. And, you know, we complain about a lot. I'm tired of these children not keeping these rooms clean. I'm tired of you going, yak, be quiet. We complain. Oh, the music is too loud. Oh, the music is so soft, I can't even hear them. Quiet. The praise team singing too loud. Why don't they quiet down a little bit? You know what I mean? When our situation gets rough, we tend to complain. We complain that we don't deserve this. I don't know about you, I'm real. I've had times where God had to put me in my place. I went to God before and I said, Lord, I work hard. I said, I work hard. And I put all this time and all this energy in trying to do everything the right way. I feel like it should be better for me than this. He didn't say a word. He didn't even speak through my own thoughts. He didn't say a word. But it's okay. That's okay because I love him. And I understand, you know, I love him. And I understand that he knows what he's doing. And he understands where I am. And he understands that if I lay there and cry and go through changes and even complain a little bit, I'm not going anywhere. I'm where I belong. I'm in him. He knows that. But still, sometimes we complain. But I found out that complaining, even though I released a little tensions. It didn't do anything but make me feel worse. So it's like, it's better to just say, stop complaining. Because when you complain, in order to complain about a thing, one's mind is focused upon what they're complaining about. And so if you complain all the time, you're constantly focusing all the time on the thing that you're complaining with. And you know what you ultimately can do? You can make that thing bigger than it really is. And you're complaining about it never going away. It's getting bigger. You're making it bigger. Start talking the right stuff over that situation. Are you with me? He said, my spirit was overwhelmed. It got to be so bad that I was overwhelmed. I couldn't handle things. Things were getting the best of me. He said, thou holdest mine eyes waking. I'm so troubled that I cannot speak. But you do that in church, people think you're being funny. How do you know that person you say didn't speak isn't in such a deep trouble? And now you saying, oh, they're not in that deep of trouble. They just don't speak. But you don't know. The psalmist said he was in such deep trouble, he couldn't speak. Have you ever walked up? Some of you have experienced it at interspersed periods where somebody walk up to you and say, are you okay? And you're so troubled that all you do is like, you're about to cry, you're just about ready to break. I mean, you're so heavy that you don't even know what, you don't even want to talk. You don't even want to see them coming because you know you don't feel like talking. You're just troubled. You're just burdened. And I've been that way. It's like, what does that mean? You okay? I believe somebody know what I mean. He said he's so troubled. Can't speak. I love this song. He said, then he said in verse 5, I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. See, whenever you get in trouble, when things get rough, you got to know how to think. That's why you don't complain. Complaining is the production of improper thinking. You have to know how to think. What did he do? I started remembering. Now, this is the way it is now. But I'm remembering something. He said, I've considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with mine own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. You got to always recall. Got to always recall. Got to always pull on the things that you know God has done. Not only think about this year, remember your history. Some people, some of you, God has so miraculously delivered you that you have enough ammunition to fight the enemy till Jesus come. All some of you have to do is look at your tree, your family tree. Look at your family lineage and look at all the stuff that have been there prevalent with some of your relatives. And it's amazing what God has done for you. It's amazing. It amazes me how people forget. I've seen people who have terrible drug addictions, and they try for years and years, in and out of programs for years and years and years, and they can't succeed. And then here's other people with drug problems just as bad, and they come in God's house. And when they walk in God's house, and they give their lives to Christ, and they step out of it right away. Right away, they've stepped out of it. Right away, things are good. But after a while, they act as though they never had a problem. I don't dwell on the problem because of a desire to go back. But I got to look back at it because I know how it had me and God freed me.